Actually, it's not second hour. Last 30 minutes. We went a little long. The first hour. So without further ado, I think what we need to see is, the fighter and the kid is back. He has a new co-host.
Is it?
Yeah, he has a new co-host. Swear to God. It's called
It's a literal child now.
It's called the fighter. It's called the Fighter and the Kidz with a Z. This is real.
Fighter and the Kids.
So this is the new show.
But it's still titled The Fighter and the Kid.
Right, because they don't want to change RSS.
They don't want to
feeds.
lose their fucking. They don't want to lose their fucking clickeroonies
And sponsorships and stuff like that. Yeah.
TFATKZ, put a Z on the end. Brendan Malik and Chappelle, everybody going in. Wake up early in the morning, press play and let's get it in. Cause we rocking with the fighter and he rolling with the kids. Fighter and the kids, fighter and the kids, fighter and the kids.
Something I want to point out: the Fighter and the Kidz numbers are not the same as the numbers that we're getting with.
No, I mean, look,
Callen.
you say whatever you want about Callen and Schaub. They're both douchebags, but they built a following.
Of course,
they built a following. Like, because look, Joe Rogan can give anyone a show. They don't all.
He
work
does.
Out. Well, I know, but they don't all work out, and not everybody gets a thing. You say whatever you want about those two, but they did click, and they were friends, and they got along, and they did a show that, even look. I will say this: even if your show isn't that great, if two people get along and they have chemistry and they're having a good time, you will have a good time if you're watching two guys having a good time. This whole thing, and by the way, I will say this: I think Callen is probably doing better with Sam Tripoli right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're having fun and doing the show and they know each other and it's like, whatever. Brendan Schaub's just like, yo, I don't know, B, just bring in a bunch of young black guys so I look cool. That's his whole gimmick.
The problem is when you bring a couple of young black guys in, it makes you look like even more of a nerd when you're the white guy.
And also, what's with this new thing now where black guys are ironically wearing band shirts from when I was in high school? Like that's a shirt I would buy because I'd be like, oh, I loved Rancid in high school. But like, what is this?
Falcon, Chappelle Lacey.
Oh, never mind. He sounds like a black guy that probably liked Rancid.
Who are these guys?
Ohio State.
Black guys.
No, I know they're black guys, but like, who are they?
Cool black guy.
Doing their Malik, aka Rolly Boy. They give their high school.
I'm gonna get into the show if you don't mind.
But I think that's the only location.
The one in the mall?
But you fuck with...
No. It's on Melrose.
So wait, their set now is a 50s diner? They didn't even reuse the same set. They're in a 50s diner set now?
So is this can we just have music in the background? It's like boom, 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 boom. Have some chick on like, so what can I get for you, love? What can I get, darling?
This is what they do now. The fucking Earth Angel playing in the background.
It's on Melrose and...
Oh, no, I haven't been there.
Oh,
that probably is there. That's not a chain.
Yeah, that's not a chain.
Those
Does he
lines
have dip in his mouth?
look like a sneaker release. It's
yeah.
Like
Oh, it's,
really?
Yeah. There's lines for that. But you fuck
Probably,
with hot dog.
probably not anymore.
Shit,
I like
yes, it
bratwurst.
is. Yeah.
A thick bratwurst.
So if you was
So like, this is great because like this recreates what it feels like to be at a black movie theater. It's awesome. I'm excited.
at a baseball game, you getting a hot dog?
Oh, a Dodger dog all day.
Dodger
little
dog?
relish, little mustard, diced onions, sauerkraut.
That shit trash.
I know.
Ooh.
That's
What do you do at the baseball game?
Watch.
Like, what do I do at a baseball game? Wish I bought tickets to the basketball game.
I
Baseball.
go.
Well,
We
no,
had different answers.
you said
He
no.
watched
Oh, you
baseball. I
watch
said
baseball?
not.
I watch baseball.
I said
I
not
don't.
go.
Listen, it has
Yeah, we know what you said. This dynamic already is breathtaking. I'm blown away by it.
Hey, cousin, you know that sound you've been looking for? Well, here it is, and it sucks.
No one's going to be like, focus on the game. You go because something to
It's your cousin, Marvin Rogan.
Marvin Rogan. Is that new sound you've been looking for? And also, does Brendan Schaub have mouth cancer, or is he just dipping now?
I guess you guys weren't ready for this, but your kids are going to hate it. What are the ratio? Ooh, no, that's not bad.
You know what? You might not be ready for that, but your kids are gonna. Well, no, your kids are gonna have Bell's palsy.
Yeah, so
You know what?
Brendan Schaub talked like he had Bell's palsy before it was cool.
That's you know what? Back to the Future is not such a bad idea now. Somebody build me a time traveling DeLorean. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go back to 1955 and then go. No, this is fine. Oh, are you here to stop something bad from happening? No. Well, yeah. There's some people we should probably start getting out of here now while we have a chance.
They do. They played 100,000 games.
The only I've only been to one baseball game. It was in 2006. It was the Diamondbacks play San Francisco, and it was
Also, why is Brendan Schaub dressed like Steven Regal when he had the man's man gimmick?
Yeah, kind of.
He looks like when Doink the Clown went to WCW and they made him Big Josh.
But I said this before. Brendan Schaub dresses like the way the mom dresses the kid of a dad who left.
Yeah, he dresses like what an LA Mexican would dress like if he wanted to be stylish.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, look at me, man. Like,
he's like last.
Barry Bonds?
Yeah, it was like his last.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Who'd you go with?
Yeah.
Brendan Schaub looks like he should be standing in a Home Depot parking lot waiting for work.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead a bit.
70 years old and severely out of shape.
Well, yeah, that's how I feel about Drew Brees. But again, we
Is it a sports show? I'm skipping ahead.
Something like that.
I want one on my thigh.
Wait,
I want a full. I want like a sleeve on my left leg.
And you know what
you
the
do?
worst part about this is Brendan is still doing the same thing he would do if Bryan Callen was there, which is like setting them up.
Right.
Like, yeah, I want to get like a tattoo of a dragon with a giant penis on the tip of my penis. Like, and then it would be 20 minutes of Callen calling him, which is at least fun.
Riffing
Like,
on
again,
him, yeah.
I'm not saying I was a big fan of Fighter and the Kid, but at least you had two friends where you'd be like, oh, no, that's dude. You're like, no, that's not. Hey, I think it's cool. No, man, it's. And they bust each other's balls. But like everything's, I've already witnessed this 3 times as you've been skimming through this, where Brendan Schaub's like, yeah, dog, like, you know, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of like a penis on my ass cheek. And the black guys are like, oh, word? Yeah, that's dope.
Well,
And it's like they're giving him nothing.
the original title of the show was Fighter and the Kids Whose Dad Left to get cigarettes and never came back. But they couldn't fit it, so they just did this.
The Fighter and the Fatherless Kids.
You know what I want to hear? I want to hear like a door unlock and go, hey, I told you not to come in this diner. Fucking leave.
Dude,
Yeah.
what you gonna get?
I don't know.
get the rock on you.
Yeah, get the rock on you or
Hell
something.
no.
Does he have dip in his mouth?
Yes, that's what I just asked earlier.
No, I asked earlier too. Does he have dip? I mean, I couldn't tell.
dipping.
Is he really?
It looks like
15
it.
points tatted on you or something like that.
Which is, again, that's one of those things that like,
It's gross.
Well, it's whatever. It's you have gross habits. You're free to do whatever you want. But there's things you don't do on the air. Like you're actually better off smoking on the air, because that at least like you kind of it kind of conjures images of like Carson back in the day when he had a big old ashtray on his desk and it was like Tom Snyder and like all these guys that just were like, hey, how you doing there, Jack? Good to see you, But like, because you could sit there and be like, hey, boys, how's everybody doing? And it looks kind of cool. But when you're just like, hi, I'm on the air and I'm doing, I'm doing, this is literally what it looks like. Hi, I only have to be on the air 1 hour a day. I'm hosting a talk show.
That's what I hate, the spitting.
But anyway, what did you think last week? Like the Bucks were looking really. That's like not a habit that you want to have on the air. It's almost like being out with a girl, right? Like she could probably let it slide if you smoke a cigarette, but if you're just sitting there going, so where'd you go to college? And you're just spitting into a cup, they're gonna be like, this is the grossest shit ever. The only time I find dip to be acceptable is if you are in the military, because they honestly don't even let you smoke anymore. Like if you're deployed, they encourage you to use dip because they don't want you to have lit cigarettes at night and potentially draw fire. Because if you light a cigarette, it fucking major heat signature. It's easy to spot. And then also if some snipers are out there, they just have to aim for that cherry of the cigarette and blow your face off. So if you're in the military, or if you're just a hillbilly that picked up the habit, fine. But if you're hosting a talk show, I think dip would be the least conducive for that.
Oh yeah, his braids look good.
Yeah.
But gee,
What's the thing? Hey,
it's-
what's the thing? Henry has that piece of dookie hanging on the back of his helmet.
it's not no dookie. That's dreads. What the hell are you
that
talking
dookie?
All
about?
right,
So
somebody on
that's what I
Trovo
think,
also
dude.
said if you play baseball, I will accept the baseball
Yeah.
players, because to be honest, I've seen some baseball players without dip, and I'm like, this feels weird, right? Like, I feel like they should all have dip in their mouth.
Dookie dread.
No, not right there.
Ooh,
Not-
No, not that.
Why?
It's hell no, it's hair.
The one where that one's a good. Yeah.
G.
Yeah,
So
like
the show is still them going through celebrities' Instagrams?
Deontay Wilder. Back in the day.
Deontay
Yeah, like
Wilder.
Deontay, and then
He's
go
not
to
on-
one with right. No, you can't really.
I think
tell
the
that.
only thing
Hold on.
like than entertainment gossip, right? Like entertainment tonight.
Sports gossip?
Entertainment tonight.
Ba-da-dun-dun.
And then what's the other one? The Mario Lopez one. Extra. Like that kind of stuff.
Extra.
It is what it is. It's mostly for women that have no lives and they're like, "Oh, I want to do that," whatever. And it's that's fine. But there's something super about celebrity gossip about athletes, right? Like sports talk is bad enough, but at least sports talk is like, yeah, man, I don't know. They're going to have to fix their pitching rotation this year. I don't know what the hell they were thinking drafting this guy. I think the whole, that kind of sports talk's fine. But these guys do the whole, yo, check out his outfit, dog. Yo, his outfit. Yo, you think he'd be getting mad pussy, bro? Well, I wonder what kind of car he drives. Like, that's like a level of where it's like you're combining sports talk and celebrity gossip.
He also brought people in. You mentioned it earlier, but look at the way he's sitting. He brought people in to make himself look smart. Like he really did, and that's really evident by look how he's sitting. The thing with him and Callen was obviously a real comedian. Callen was actually funny. He could be funny. Schaub is not. So Schaub just brought these two randos. I don't know who these guys are in. So they could. So then he has people that are going to him like, yeah, hey Schaub, you're the man, bro. You're cool, dude. You're the man, dude. You're cool. This is just an ego boost show for him now.
Fish.
Is it like everywhere?
Well, I live closer to here now, so I think it's here, and
You
there's
got it from
also
Playa Vista.
Yeah, and downtown LA. I'm not sure.
They got one right next
There's one
to
in
us.
Calabasas.
What are they talking about?
Oh, is it on La Brea?
I'm trying to skip ahead to
Yeah.
when they really get into the into bits, like into funny bits.
Yeah, me.
Hey, Chappelle, what's up, dog?
I said, come on over here,
Yeah,
man.
come on over here, man. Come on over.
Wait, in the
Come
Speedo?
on.
In the
Yeah, me and
Speedo?
Yeah, he was in the Speedos. Because I was coming over to pick up some shoes, and he's like, yeah, the gate is open, man. Just come around back. And I come around back. Sometimes we like, sometimes we like,
He had his arms up like
yeah,
this.
he did.
He's that
Mike-
stereotypical black guy that mumbles a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man. It's like we were out there last week, hanging out with my cousin and them. He would come over. He come over, and he go, hey, why you going over there and saying like that?
Yeah, he talks like Trick Daddy.
You're like, it's like you're at a drug deal and you're really nervous and you don't want to offend anybody. You're like, ha 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 ha. Good. That was a great anecdote,
At least there's not shoes on the table.
man. What's an anecdote? You calling me?
Came over.
Yeah, man, White Mike.
And that hot tub.
But is your sister doing better now
Yeah, she's doing a lot better.
after the trip?
Yeah, we did that.
Fees, no surprises along the way.
Hold on.
More confusion. Your first month, better times than mess.
Oh, they're shilling better.
You talking about
The Blue
BBs?
Magic or BBs? Yeah. That shit I'm greasing my head.
What do you mean?
They talk to about everything going on. Maybe you got anxiety. Maybe you got depression. Maybe you just want to talk to somebody, not your friend. Your
Yeah, you know
friend
what I
might
did
be a
instead, Brendan? I don't know if you know this. I know BetterHelp is an option out there if you guys want to pay like $50 to $100 a month to talk to somebody who doesn't even actually have any degree in psychology. Or you could do what I did and pay like, I don't know, $50 a month and sign up online and talk to a real doctor who gives you drugs to
Nice.
help you with those issues you have. I mean, I get it. If you want to just talk to some fucking college students for 10 minutes and pay money for that, but what you get from BetterHelp, you can actually get from a bartender.
Excuse
You
me.
could go to a bar
Excuse me, but let me ask you a question.
and get the same thing.
Look at that face and tell me you don't want to take advice from that guy. Look at him. I want you to really look at this guy.
Well, yeah, not him, but even the people on BetterHelp, they're all like students of psychiatry that don't have a degree yet, and you're just going to talk about your feelings, and then they can't even prescribe you anything. So it's really silly to me when basically BetterHelp is a bartender without the booze. Whereas at least if you go find a cool bar with a cool bartender, you can go in there once a week, have some drinks, and go, I just don't understand it, man. It's like when I tell her something, it just goes in one ear and out the other. And then the bartender can go, shit, I heard that, man. And then you go, anyway, it felt really good letting that off my chest. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next week.
All right, we're skipping ahead of the second hour when they get really funny. Okay, the first hour, they're feeling each other out. They're feeling each other out.
Usually post.
She doesn't post. She doesn't.
Neither
post
one of them.
She used to
Oh, really?
post.
Is this whole show just them looking at people's Instagrams?
This show feels like I just met my weed dealer at a diner and I'm waiting for my weed. And now I have to sit with his friends while he goes out to the car and gets the weed. And they're like, yo, order something so it don't look suspicious.
I'll just get coffee then, I guess.
And then
I'll
now
get a
you're sitting
coffee.
here with these dudes that are like shouting over each other about basketball players' sneakers. And you're like, I really got to go. I gotta go. I gotta get my stuff and go.
And they do sit on each side of you so you can't leave.
Yeah. Yo, it's like, dog, you seen that shit? You seen that shit, bro? And you're just going, yeah, man, that's crazy.
My main wife goes, now this should be qualified as chit chat. This is chit chat.
Future, but besides Future, no one really.
She
And then
posted
she's gone.
Diddy? But on her story though, not
No.
on her. Not
I
on
want to
her
go up
post,
to that
though,
black
on her
guy and
story.
go, dude, yeah, man, Rancid rules, man. But you know what? I think Operation Ivy was better, and have him be like, man, Operation what? Who?
Brendan looks so checked out because, like you said earlier, and you nailed it.
He misses his pal.
Bryan Callen's his friend. They're friends. Like, you know, they're friends doing a show. They're buddies. They know each other's timing. They got it down. They know how to bust each other's balls. And now they're talking about Future, the rapper. And you think fucking Schaub cares or knows about any of that? He is just sitting there miserable.
She's in Playboy?
Story, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
she never made a post.
No, I
Go
think
ahead,
that was
Chin,
like
go to the
a-
one where she's
something else.
in the bikini. Come on, you know what I'm
You know
talking about.
exactly.
No, that's not the one he's talking about.
No, right.
That's not what he's talking
Yes.
about.
How do you know?
Zoom in.
I
This
don't
is
know.
the original moment when they started yelling chin. This was the
oh,
photo.
wow.
Dog.
Dog?
Yep.
He never used to say that. No. He never used to say dog. He used to say bee and stuff like that.
Papa.
And papa. But now he's around.
He's a chameleon.
Oh my god.
He's one of those guys, man. He's like, remember the old Carson Daly?
Yeah.
Remember Total Request Live Carson Daly when he'd have like NSYNC or somebody
Yes.
on or Britney Spears and he'd be like,
White guy.
really excited about your album. Tell us a little bit about like the process you went through when you were making the album.
And then Ja Rule comes on.
Minute Ja Rule or somebody be like, yeah, dog, yo, that shit was fucking banging, bro.
Oh god, it's
It was so bad.
God, it's cringy. Still better than Lily Singh.
Michael B. Jordan. Listen, when you're Michael B. Jordan, that's the lane you're in, man.
I mean,
Yep, that's the lane you're in.
If they made it that official, they're getting married.
nah, they ain't nah.
Don't
I
get
see
me
this all
wrong,
the time.
right? Like she's hot.
I'm gonna skip ahead here.
She is hot, right? But just like, if Royce came to me and said, "Hey, what if we just did a segment every show where we just ogled women on their Instagrams?" I'd be like, "Hey, look, man, I like hot chicks and all, but is that good content? Like, is that a good show? Is to just there go, yo, check out them titties, yo."
Also, they have a fucking mulatto frozen Asian as their producer. What is that about?
It's like Filipino Shay. actually.
Yes, Filipino.
It looks like Filipino Shay. It's exactly when he has that stupid hat on.
Yeah.
The situation with this was that he was arrested
Skinny Filipino Shay.
because he was accused of murder. What ended up happening was while he was in jail, 3 weeks 3 weeks into his sentence, before
murdered
he had to go to
somebody.
trial and get sentenced and all that, I believe there was somebody who was going to snitch on him, and he wrote out.
This is our culture now, by the way. I want you to know this. I really want people to sit here and reflect on the fact that this is our culture now. Our culture, it's mainstream for people to sit around and talk about who's snitching.
Okay, but now we're gonna go. Okay, so listen. You know what it
Remember-
is? You know what they say about 2-hour shows? Hour 15 is when it starts to pick up. So we're there. We're at the hour 15 mark. We're about to kick it up to high gear. Here we go. You ready? Your seatbelt on?
Because this is recently, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, they're still looking at Instagram.
I saw this weekend.
Did you go to the website or the?
The website.
Oh, okay.
It'll be on there, Jen. Keep going. That dumbass.
Right. Yeah. I can't believe a lot of people.
How thick was Busta Rhymes?
He was thick.
How thick was Busta Rhymes?
This is good conversations, man.
I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Born of a blessed career telling what they Kelly captioned the clip. Thank.
Oh, man. Bro.
That's how I feel skipping through your video, fellas.
Nice with that?
No, I mean the chick robbed me this was a whorehouse. Can I say that?
Yeah. Can I say that? Bro, other dudes don't go there. He goes there.
This is...
Mike, let me see that rule book.
Can I just...
I'm throwing it out the window.
Can I just say that Bryan Callen was the one that was accused of things. And Bryan Callen ended up better off.
He did. Of course he did. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Bryan Callen allegations should be the funniest thing in the world to us because it only hurt Brendan Schaub.
It hurt him very much. It hurt him a lot.
And I've seen clips of Callen's show with Sam Tripoli. They are having a blast. They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, bro.
They got robbed?
Yeah, they snatched all my money. Some dude came banging on the door. Get out. Yeah.
Wait, were you in there for a hot second?
Bro, I was in there for...
Look, I obviously, it's been a while since we've watched the show, so maybe I've forgotten. But I think I'm really zoning in on something here. Is Brendan Schaub talking more street now?
Yeah.
He's talking more street, right?
He's around the black guys.
I mean, I always talk like myself, whether I'm on a black guy or a white. Like I don't really change.
Brendan Schaub's...
Excuse me, CTE brain damage.
Yeah,
for 5
call it whatever
minutes.
you want.
And he said, "Get out."
Yeah, because okay, so it was so
What
weird.
city was this in?
This is back home in Arizona. So outside, it looked like
These were Chappelle 2000.
These were
14 days.
No, this one that was 2000.
How old were you?
6.
How old were you?
Oh,
That was
old school.
06. Yeah, I was 19.
06 in a whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I was moving to Texas, and my buddy was like,
all right. You know what they say? Most shows save the best for last. So I'm moving to the last 15 minutes because we skipped through it. This makes me sad because at least the Bryan Callen Brendan Schaub show was fun to pick apart because, you know, they were doing things. This has been me skipping through a show of absolute nothing. Of nothing. I would rather hear an actual conversation at a diner than this. Would be way more entertaining than this.
Or do they have to make it even though it goes against their morals if it's a privately owned business?
It's tough because social media, right? So it's world. Like, even though they're a private company, their numbers say different.
And it's almost like they're the...
Wait, what?
What?
Thank you. That confused me.
No, that
too.
confused you too, right? What is that? What?
It's a private company, but based on how much money they make, that's not true.
Doesn't change the fact that it's a private company. Am I wrong?
I mean, I would say the fact that they're in bed with the NSA and the government and getting government preferential treatment, that would have been an
That's
argument.
a good
okay,
point.
well, that's good, but like, you don't. There's not like a cutoff. It's not like, sorry, sir, you've made $250 million this year. Your company is no longer private.
media now. Like that's where a lot of people get their news.
They are media.
That's where you get your.
They are the media. That's where everyone gets their media
Absolutely.
now. So, business-wise, they might be a private company, but usage-wise, they're worldwide. They're international, right? So the problem is,
But you could be a worldwide private company. Where you're located doesn't change whether you're a private company.
Sorry, Royce. I think I'm going to defer to the expert here.
Which one of these is the expert?
The black guy in the rancid shirt.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That if you went up to him and said, "Yeah, man, I actually really, really loved And Out Come the Wolves. That was a really great album. You like Rancid?" And he would look at you and go, "Who the fuck is Rancid?"
And you'd be like,
"It was on your." Never mind.
The one on the right's a black guy trying to fuck white women. The one on the left is a black guy that likes Dragon Ball. And the one in the center is a fucking literal.
Yes.
Yeah, this show's amazing. I can't wait.
when they're they're super liberal. So
Someone has a good point. These are three 14-year-olds sitting around talking about nothing. This is like the group of teenagers that sits in a restaurant and no waiter wants to take it because they're not going to tip and they're going to be annoying.
And
that's what they are.
And they're going to destroy the booth.
Oh yeah.
if they don't like a message that it's going out, they dictate what we see and what we don't. You
Yeah.
just can't have that, man.
Agreed.
You just can't have, whether you agree with it or not, you can't have that.
Yeah.
Because where's it going to stop? So the next Republican candidate, if they don't like, they
Republic
just take that out.
candidate?
Republican.
It's like he's having a stroke all the time.
Or, for instance, with Corona stuff, if you didn't agree with what their doctor said, they got rid of it. We can't have that, man.
Also,
You're
when
turning into North Korea.
like,
You're turning into a communist.
And when they falsely, like when someone gets falsely accused of something on a social media outlet,
They don't take that
they
down.
don't take it down. They
Yeah.
just leave it up. Even
Well,
without even.
How
without even
about
being a
they
fact.
ban Trump, but then find Mike Pence and kill him? Didn't get banned.
It's terrible that they could pick and choose all this.
That's not.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
safe.
terrible.
It's not
That's
good.
not safe.
It's not good. No, I don't
Dude,
agree
this
with
is
what
great,
Trump did.
groundbreaking
I don't agree with
fucking
any facet.
commentary.
You're gonna ban him from having a voice. That's the.
What's the matter?
We used to watch Fighter and the Kid, right? Like Bryan Callen, and I honestly thought that it couldn't get worse. I really thought. I thought there can't be anything worse. How can
After
you
all of 2020,
Yeah.
you're still going around saying things like it can't get
No,
any
no, no,
worse.
no. I mean society and all that, but I meant like a show, like a podcast.
Well, no, that's my point. Is that anything apparently can get worse, not just society. One thing society in 2020 has taught me is that no matter how bad anything gets, it could always get worse.
This is worse because it's utterly boring. Like, so you know how like there's like bad movies. Like you like bad movies, like I like bad movies. It's fun to sit down and just watch a bad movie.
Of course.
But there's two different types of bad movies. There's bad movies that are bad and they're funny because they're bad. But there's movies that are just bad where it's not. This is the old Fighter and the Kid. The Bryan Callen incarnation of it was so bad that it was funny. That redeeming quality where we could goof on it, it was funny. This is just bad. This is just bad. It's not. They're not even saying anything. It's dull. This is dull, which is the worst thing. Like, you know, you were talking about DSP. Like, DSP is fucking a dumb fucking retard, but he's funny because he's so utterly incompetent. There's that redeeming quality.
You literally jerked off on stream. Like he's so stupid.
There's that redeeming quality of him. This is just. They're just boring, which is the worst thing you could be.